Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the chapter circles. So let's get started. So the contents we are going to see today are introduction to the circles, how to name a circle, what are the interior and exterior parts of the circle, then what is a radius, what is a diameter, what is a semicircle, and what is a chord of a circle. So, like other shapes, the circles are all around us. Objects like rings, disc, wheel, moving fan, etc. all are circular in shape. Like you can see here, the rings they are all in circular shape. So the Ashoka Chakra on our national flag is in the form of a circle. Olympic Games symbol have interlocked rings of different colors representing the 5 major continents of the world united together in a spirit of healthy competition. We have, as we know, a circle is a plane figure. It's a plane figure, it's a 2D figure whose boundary consists of points that are equidistant from a fixed point. Like you can see you can just take the circle from the symbol over here. You see this circle here, this blue part is the boundary of the circle. So the circle's boundary consists of many points from equal distance from each other. Suppose there is a point here, then equal here, then equal to the before distance, or here. So it all, wherever there is a point, there are points which are equal, which have equal distance, are make a circle. So the boundary of the circle is called its circumference, and the fixed point is called the center of the circle. So this boundary is called the circumference, as you can see here, circumference. The center of the point is called the center. So how do we name a circle? So a circle is named by its center point and radius. That means like radius, like from the center. Radius means from the center to the boundary of the circle, whatever is the distance, is called the radius. So the center should be having a letter like O or A. From all the alphabets, you can name anything to the circle, anything to the center of the circle. Then the points from the center to the circumference on the boundary, that means the circumference, there are many points, as I told you before. So the points will be also having the name. So here, as you can see in the picture, the name is A. So the point name would be A. So it's named naming a circle is based on the center and the radius. So the center is O and the radius is A. So the O is the center of the circle and A is the length of the radius, OA. So A is the point over here, O is the center over here, and the distance from O to A is a small a. Remember, you always name a circle or any whenever you're naming any shape, it should be in a capital letter, not the small. Here we've named capital O as the center and capital A as the radius point, and the distance from OA is small a. You can use a small here in naming the distance. So now I'm going to explain the interior and exterior part of the circle. As you already know, if you haven't watched my previous videos, please go watch it. In the triangles for class 6 video, there also I have explained you the interior and exterior of a triangle. and how to name a triangle and more. So this is pretty same. The interior and exterior is always same. You can see in my last video for the triangle. So let's continue for the circle. So here we are having this circle over here. The blue part in the circle is called the interior part. Interior means inside and exterior means outside. So here, suppose you think here this picture is a sheet of paper on which you have drawn a circle. So the black part which you have drawn at the circle, black part is going to be the boundary from wherever you have drawn, and the inside part from the boundary inside. So this is the boundary here on my paper. The inside is the blue part which is called the interior, and the outside is the yellow part which is called the exterior. So you think it's a sheet of paper. You can also try it. Take a sheet of paper, draw a nice circle on it, and the pencil which with the pencil which you've drawn, the pencil the mark is called the boundary, and inside the pencil mark is going to be the interior, and the outside the pencil mark is going to be the exterior. So, like other 2D shapes, a circle divides a plane into 3 parts: interior, exterior, and boundary. A boundary collects a boundary together with the interior of the circle is called the circular region. That means here on the paper, this is the boundary and the interior. Boundary and interior together are known as a circular region. So now we're going to see what is a radius. So a radius, the radius of a circle is the length of a line segment. Line segment is you can check out what is a line segment in my previous video of angles. You can check out what is a line segment and pretty much everything. So line segment is line segment from its center to any point of this on the circumference. That means this is the center, is the O. From O to A is the radius, as we told you. From center to the circumference is called the radius. O to A is called the circumference. Here we have O, B, O, C, O, D, O, E and O, A. All these are the radius. As I said, radius. Radius is if it's only one radius. But if we have multiple number of radius, we say radii. Radii. The spelling is R-A-D-I-I. So here we have from many radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radiuses we have. So we will call it 5 radii in this circle. So a radius of a circle is denoted by an R. Now we are going to see what is the diameter. Diameter of a circle is the length of the line segment passing through the center of the circle with its endpoints on the circumference of the circle. So here as we can see AOD, that means O is the center, OA is the radius, OD is the another radius. So there are two radii which are talking about now. So from A point is on the circumference of the circle. Then O is the line is passing to the center, and from O it's going to D, touching the circumference again. So when there is a line segment passing through the center of a circle and the end points are touching the A and D, I mean the touching in the circumference of the circle, it's called a diameter. So one radius can form a diameter. So here two radiuses can form one diameter. So we call the diameter is the longest line in a circle. So a diameter is generally denoted by d. So if we have something like we have to find the diameter, or the if you want to find the diameter in a circle, what's the what is going to be the diameter length total. So you should do it as 2 into radius. If you want to find the question is find the diameter of in this circle, length of the diameter in this circle. That means the radius length should be given. So you will do 2 into radius to get the diameter. If you want to find the radius, you will do diameter by 2 divided by 2. That is, the radius of a circle is half of its diameter. So when there is a circle, the radius of the circle is half of the diameter of the circle. So let's continue. We here have the semicircle next. The semicircle. The end points of a diameter of a circle divide the circle into 2 equal halves. Each part is called a semicircle. Here in this picture you can see there is a circle, there is a center called O, there is a diameter AOB. A is on the circumference, O passing through the center, and B again on the circumference. So this is a diameter. So whenever we draw a diameter, it should touch the circumference of the circle on both the endpoints and pass through the center of the circle. So whenever you draw a diameter, it divides a circle into half, equal half. So the equal half is called the semicircle. Here BOE, this and this is going to be equal half. Whenever you draw a diameter, it should be in equal half with divides. See here AOD, it also divides. If we have another one like this, that will also divide. So a diameter divides a circle into 2 equal parts. Each part is called the semicircle. So now we are going to talk about a chord. What is a chord? A line segment. It should be a line segment. It's pretty similar to a diameter, but diameter, it passes like here in the diameter we have this thing that it should pass through the center of the circle. But in the chord we have it as there should be a line segment. It should touch the circumference. Both the endpoints of the line segment should touch the circle's circumference. But if it does not touch if it touches the center, it's going to be a diameter. If it does not touch the center of the circle but the endpoints touch the circumference, is going to be a chord. Here DC, the line segment is touching both the ends are touching the circumference, but it's not touching the center, so it's called a chord. But if it would touch the center, it would be called as diameter. AB, it's also not touching the center, but it's touching its endpoints are touching the circumference. So a chord lies on the interior of a circle. It has its endpoints on the circumference of a circle, may or may not pass through the center of a circle. So even a diameter is a chord. Okay, even a diameter is a chord, because if it passes or not passes through the center, it's going to be a chord. So diameter passes, so it's a chord. Chord only itself, chord does not pass, it's a chord. So a line segment whose endpoints touch the circumference and may or may not touch the center will be a chord. So a chord which passes through the center of a circle is called the diameter.